Hello, everybody. It's Thorfinn here, and as you can see, and hear, hopefully, there's a
Man,
huge
my critters have the
difference
zoomies
in
right now.
like
Everyone
audio
watch your step.
quality, as well as just overall visuals as well. I think. Hold on, let me just check something real quick here, because I can't remember if I. Okay, yeah. So I'm on. Okay. I'm back at home, which means that I'm on my old setup, which means I have all of my usual
Crash is ready.
OBS things chimed and ready to go. But some of you have been talking about having a Gekko on Icebox video, so I figured that I should go through that and kind of talk about how I play Gekko on Icebox and how I kind of think you should really approach it, right? So one of the big things about Gekko on Icebox is really like how you're gonna want to take this early A control with the Dizzy, right? So you can insta throw the Dizzy like this, right? This isn't a bad Dizzy by any chance, right? But personally, I think that you definitely could get um, a better Dizzy. Um, I think it's really good, and I do use it. But personally, I feel like if you want to completely re-clear, you wait, as well as to just be more safe as well to reclaim the Dizzy. You throw it like this, right? So it's going to be a little late, but they still have to break it in order to get up into nest, right? The one position that they can be on, though, is they can timing it if they do a nice strafe Jenny, and also they can come to pipes. But I think that, like, personally, I like this better. Mainly because it will hit that Jenny guy as long as you throw it high enough. And this right over here just won't do that. Um, and it's not
There's my buddy.
in a great spot for recovery. One thing that I think a lot of people sort of doubt on this ace site or really don't do, specifically in ranked, right, is really understand that you can use the wingman to clear sort of these early corners, right? So one thing that you can do, right, is you can throw it off this
Big
wall,
man.
it'll bounce, and it'll clear this. Now, a lot of people might think that this is like kind of insane, right? To just not use the Dizzy. But I like doing this early to take this aggressive ace space because usually they'll pop the Viper wall, right? That'll give you a pretty easy way to recall it and get out sort of scot-free. Um, as well as just pressure them, right? Because what you can do is reclaim the wingman. Once the wall drops, by the time they get the wall back up, like have enough fuel to get it back up, you should be able to just instantly pop and hit A if you silence it, right? Like if you just sort of contact, walk up, clear close, and then just wait, cut noise. One Dizzy that I think isn't too bad is this. It's not the greatest. I think there's definitely like, I think if you walk here and do it, it's a lot safer. Walk here and do it, it's a lot safer.
Sana sana.
I like doing this because what it can really do is spot over the default Viper Warp here.
Careful here.
So it can tell you if someone is playing off
Careful here.
this contact, as well as it sort of gives you an idea as to where the turret is, right? Because if the turret is here on A, most likely someone's not going to be, like if the turret is like right here, right? Someone's not going to be like this, right? But if someone is like deep spawn, right? If they're deep spawn here, they're probably playing off the turret that's right here. But if they're jump spotting this, the turret is probably towards kitchen. So it kind of gives you a very good insight into it. As well as one thing that you can do with Jet is you can Jet dash and you can huck the Dizzy over the tube. Hucking the Dizzy over the tube, I think, is a really unexpected play. Because not only does it scan anyone swinging into the Jet from kitchen, what it also does is it gets anyone swinging into him from here as well if you throw it the correct way. It's kind of hard to get it. You're definitely gonna have to sort of dry run and practice it a little bit. Oh my god, I just smacked my mouse so hard against my monitor stand. Again, I'm getting used to being here, but like if you throw it like this, right? You're gonna hit these guys. You can like hide from it top sight, right? But if he's out wide like this or out wide like this, you can really, and I mean really, catch them off guard with this dizzy and a nice like instant like dash. Over towards B, I mean, you can kind of do two, right? If you want to sort of play passive info, you do it like this. Right? Which a big thing is that it does like clear this as well. So it clears them walking up from both angles. Put that way. Or you can just off the rip just instantly throw it like this. This throws it super deep and potentially gets the guy sort of like trying to tuck here, right? It doesn't get this guy if he walks up and tucks. He can timing it, especially if he runs first and then just walks like this. But it clears most of it. For like the wingman, I like to throw the wingman here if I'm going like super late. Because it just clears these like close angles that are really obnoxious, especially if you don't have a Savager on. What you can do as well is throw your wingman and then combo with a flash like this to clear yellow. It's pretty good in the round. I personally think that on Icebox you're gonna see a lot more double controller with like Viper Harbor or Omen Harbor. Well, sorry, Viper Harbor or Omen Viper. I still think Viper is gonna be played a lot. But I think you're going to see a lot more double controller and no duelist comps on this map. So having these sort of combos where you use the wingman and sort of combo with your flash, especially just in ranked, is really good. But you're going to see a lot more like defaulting, right? Like, personally, I think if you throw an Omen smoke here or like you just insta-pop the wall, right? So you pop the Viper wall and you can clear yellow early into the round and push them back off of B. Which really forces them to get aggressive A, to run into your lurker, or you'll start the shift and then you can come back and slam A. Because A is super easy to hit, right? So if you can really pressure them to sort of stack 3 over to this B site, A is like the freest bomb site in the world. On defense, personally I like playing Gekko towards B. The big reason is just this. Go straight up, throw the flash, swing off of it. You'll see Sentinels did this at some point. I can't remember what game it was, but you'll see Saucy, if he plays back yellow, he'll throw the Dizzy up, but also Tens will flash at the same time with KO, right? Which is why Gekko KO is usually really good, is because you get the guaranteed info from the Gekko flash if you combo it with a KO flash. To get info and not sort of hard anchor towards yellow, sort of throw the Dizzy like this, right? You can recall it, get it pretty easy. One thing that a lot of people don't know you can do on this map, and I haven't seen a lot of pro Gekkos do this, surprisingly, is you can get mid info. You can actually jump like this, and that will scan mid, right? So like it goes up to here. So it scans these people running up mid, which really helps you sort of understand if you need to worry about the mid orb, right? You're not going to see a lot of teams play a KJ-less comp on this map, but that would be, if you have like a chamber on your team, this is something that I would do consistently to pretty much deny them like the fast Viper mid pop. If you don't know what that is, essentially what will happen is the Viper will come over here and stand like on this and throw the orb and then run up and then walk, pop the orb and then go into it. That completely denies that play. It's a super good play. You guys should try it. But yeah. Now, I'm going to go grab the bomb here and kind of show you guys like really where you want to plant, right? So Icebox has a really like boring meta. And the reason why is because it's super easy to play for this, right? And Gekko makes this plant 5 million times easier. So always try to plant top site, especially if they're either A, giving the site, or you've killed like 2 people going into A. Just throw that shit up here. If not, planning for here isn't bad. Planning for like here isn't terrible either, or like right here. But really, you want to focus on right here and right here. It's really unstoppable. There's a Gekko molly lined up from like right here. I think you literally just like aim like right here and you. Oop. It's like this. Okay, that's for top 10. Sorry, it's been a long feed. There we go. So yeah, so as you can see, this is insane. They just can't defuse, especially if they don't have a Gekko. It's even like worse for them. So yeah, you just come over here, you stand on these barrels, and you aim like in this general direction. Oop. Hold on. Like I said, I'm gonna fuck some of this up. It's been a while. It's been a rough. There we go. Yeah. So this is super good, as well as it hits this too. So that's really good because even if you plant here, it still hits this. So what that does is it denies them from like playing this angle right and trying to come up and fight like the jail guy from an off angle, because they just get melted in there. Now, one thing that I kind of want to teach you, I usually don't show alt path things because I feel like that's something that is particular to the player in the situation, so I don't like teaching them. But the one on this is like pretty simple. You do that. So if you're going to alt, you alt from pipes and you jump onto 410. The reason why you do that is it's 5 million times harder to destroy it. Like especially if you hop it like correctly, like if you hop it off of this over here, like you're hitting that guy, you're hitting that guy. Also, you can like hop it where you go here and then immediately whip it around that corner, as well as you can even hop it into top sight 2 screens. Like it's just the best pathing, no matter like what situation, because you can really do anything with it, right? Like you can go screens. Like I said, you can. Oop. Like I said, I'm so. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could do a lot with the Thrash if you just go off here. And I would recommend practicing it because Thrash is really weird because it just auto goes. It doesn't stop. So it can feel really, like, weird and kind of awkward upon times. On B, the main place that you're going to want to plant is right here, right? Typical plant. But another plant that you can go for, but you have to be coordinated enough to do it, is plant for here as well. Planting for here is really good. The reason why it's really good is you can late wrap through kitchen. You can take snowman control and still have the bomb planted for you and stuff like that, which is really good. But most of the time, you don't do this here. The big thing, though, that you're going to need to understand is that if KJ has a molly here, you're destroyed. Wingman can eat a Viper molly, right? But it cannot eat a
Hello.
I'm in the middle of a video, so I'm gonna mute you.
Oh, fuck.
Nah, you're good, bro. I forgot to deafen myself. So, anyways, that's what I was saying. Yeah. So Wingman can eat a Viper molly, but it can't eat a KJ molly. So you have to make sure that you shock these. That's like the big thing. Most of the time, if you have a really good KJ player, they're gonna be throwing these back here. You are going to see a lot of like noob KJs throw them here where they're super easy to break. But most of the time, if you're having trouble breaking them and your Sova can't break them, they're probably right behind here. Or the KJ is sitting sight and just throwing them onto the ground and activating them. This is also another thing you can do as Gekko. Like if you're playing B, is you can just stall. Right? Like this is a huge ass molly. You can even throw it here, right, to like just guarantee like the guys are going well. And Gekko molly does kill Wingman. So, yeah, for B, the Thrash is really good. And the reason why is you can just yeet it. Okay, I kind of fucked that up. But You know what I'm saying? Like, you can just go super quick around this corner and get this guy backside. And remember, with Gekko, you can pop the ult mid thing if you click mouse one, so you just whoop, like that, right? Super easy to tag people with it. So yeah, especially if you have like a one-way here, or like you throw the wall like this, that like no one ever throws on Viper, that I think has potential to be used
30 seconds left.
for like a one-off thing. Here, I'll show it as a little bonus for you guys. So basically, it's like this. As you see, they can't hide there. But the main thing is it helps you take sight. It even lets you like sort of come out snowman a little bit and like pop through it, things like that, right? It's not the greatest wall ever, but I feel like it's a gimmick wall that could potentially get you around. You just have to be careful for this thing right there. But yeah, that's essentially really all you need to know
30
for
seconds left.
ooh, that's not true. I forgot to show you how to play A. So playing A on Gekko is pretty simple. Personally, what I like to do on A is play. One of the go-to dizzies that I throw is this. As you can see, it's super floaty in the air, and you get it up, and it basically denies this guy. You have to have someone hold your belt, though. But what's really good for this is you can do this from the orb. The dizzy flies back.
There's my buddy.
Boom, recall it, come back. Right? So farming the orb as Gekko is always like an important thing, and it's a lot easier to farm this orb. If you have a Sage and you insta-wall B, I would play towards B with your Sage because you can just farm the orb, right? On retake, or like playing basically for them to start hitting the site and fighting into them, you can throw the dizzy. Hold on. It's kind of hard to. There we go, like that. I think if you aim it like, yeah. So this is the Carmine Core narrate flash, where you throw it through this. And let me tell you guys, no one's shooting this shit. I've never seen this get shot ever. It's a really good Gekko dizzy. The only problem with it is you have to time it correctly. And you have to be sort of coordinated with your Viper. Because if your Viper is about to drop the wall and you know they're about to hit, that's when you throw the flash and you literally just whoop and you wide swing, right? Or you have like your teammate here, you chuck the flash, boom, swing. And then you and your teammate double swing this like an up-down and fight these guys. As well as on retake, what you can do is you can throw your wingman like this. Clear these backside angles. As you see, this clears Jenny. Even clears people running away. You get your wingman onto the bomb. The big thing is, though, before you throw your wingman onto the bomb, KJ is super popular on this map. If you're playing a KJ, you're going to want to just spam the mollies, right? Because as soon as you spam the mollies, they instantly have to start fighting off of your wingman. So immediately, you're just ready to, like, play off of you, right? Like, you could be jiggling this, the top belt, and then go jail, boom, boom, as they tried to spam your wingman to guarantee you don't get the plant. So that's going to be the video. Kind of a long video, right? But I appreciate you guys kind of dealing with me. I'm going to get back into the stride of things and have these videos more well made and thought out. But I wanted to get a video uploaded this weekend because I didn't get to do one on Friday. I was coming home from school. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy and have a fantastic day. See ya.